Hello, my dear students. We are ready to see the second part of transformer. First part we have seen, we have studied about the transformer, its circuit diagram, its principle, working and construction of transformer. We have studied that transformer works on the conservation of power, means input power should be same as the output power, means whatever we are getting output, that should be same as input, means 100% of energy should be converted into power. But it is not so in real transformers, or you can say in practical transformers. 100% of input power cannot be utilized as output power. Some part of this input power is lost. So where this loss come from, we have to see here that what is the cause of the loss in the transformer. So various losses of energy in transformer. Energy and power both are the same term. Energy per unit time is called power. So first and significant loss is Joule's loss or copper loss. Copper loss is because most of the transformers are consisted of copper coils. Although if you are taking the transformer having aluminium coil, or you are taking the transformer of silver coil, still the loss is called copper loss. It is a generalized term. So Joule's loss or copper loss, this loss takes place in the coils. Here is written the area where this loss comes from. This loss comes from the coil. What is the cause of copper loss? Copper loss is caused due to the resistance of the wired coils. Although we take the best material, that is copper, to use to make the coils, still there is some resistance included in the circuit. So resistance in the circuit causes the loss of heat as Joule's law, H equals to I square RT. When current is passed through the resistance wire in certain time, then some loss of energy takes place. This is called Joule's loss, and some electrical energy is lost as heat. How to minimize this loss? इस loss को कैसे minimize करें? This loss can be minimized by taking the copper wire to make the coils, the best material, the best conductor whose resistance is minimum. Still the loss is there. One more thing we do, you have seen in a transformer, the transformer coil having less number of turns is consisted of thicker wire. Although we have taken copper wire, but the thickness of copper wire decreases the resistance further. But where we take the larger number of turns, we will take the thinner wire, because thicker wire make the coil bulky. That's why the coil having less number of turns, that means the coil having larger current must be of thicker wire. So this is the way we can reduce the copper loss. The second significant loss is eddy current loss. Eddy current loss takes place in the core of transformer. Transformer की core के अंदर ये loss होता है. How it comes? Let us see. What is the cause? Due to the AC, because AC is highly changing current. A highly changing magnetic field is set up around the coils, set up around the core. तो ट्रांसफॉर्मर की कोर के अराउंड एक हाईली चेंजिंग मैग्नेटिक फील्ड डेवलप हो जाते हैं. दिस हाईली चेंजिंग मैग्नेटिक फील्ड causes the induction of eddy currents in the bulk material of the core. तो कोर क्योंकि एक मेटेलिक मटेरियल है, that's why इसमें कहीं ना कहीं इस मेटल पीस में because of the highly changing magnetic field eddy currents induce हो जाएंगे. And we have already learned about the eddy currents that they cause heating. So eddy current cause heating in the core, and hence some energy is lost in the core as a heat. How to minimize eddy current loss? Eddy current loss can be minimized by taking laminated cores. Instead of taking solid core, we take the sliced core, and that too laminated with a insulating material. So by taking laminated cores, we can minimize the eddy current loss. The third significant loss in a transformer is the hysteresis loss. This hysteresis loss is again caused in the core. Hysteresis loss भी core में ही होता है. Basically, we have skipped the part of magnetic material because of this syllabus cut. Otherwise, we need to study that part also in chapter number 5. Basically, what happened? Highly changing alternating current constantly magnetize and demagnetize the core. Basically, happens what? When AC comes, it either magnetize or demagnetize. Once AC is growing, core is getting magnetized, then AC is dying, core is getting demagnetized. So core gets magnetized and demagnetized frequently with cycle of AC. During one complete cycle of magnetization and demagnetization, some energy is lost as the work done in magnetizing and demagnetizing. Basically, it is the property of magnetic materials. They take some time to get magnetized and also they don't want to demagnetize. So this is because of this property, some energy is lost as the work done in the magnetization and demagnetization cycle. So energy lost in the core due to the frequent mag-demag cycle is called hysteresis energy, and such loss is called hysteresis loss. Hysteresis loss is minimal in those material which have narrow hysteresis curve. Narrow hysteresis curve means the curve whose coercivity is smaller, the curve whose magnetism can be destroyed easily. So by taking soft iron core, we can minimize this loss. This loss can be minimized by taking soft iron core because soft iron has lowest coercivity, or you can say the narrowest curve, hysteresis curve, or we can call it BH curve also. You will study it in higher classes. Now the fourth loss we are coming on is the humming loss. Taking laminated cores reduces the eddy current loss to a large extent, but these laminated cores on the other side causes humming loss. I have told you that constantly passing AC causes magnetization and demagnetization in the core. Means the slice of the core, so you can say the two piece of the cores when gets magnetized come closer and get demagnetized get away. Means these two pieces, or you can say the laminated cores, keep on vibrating because of the frequent mag-demag. जब इसमें AC आती है, magnetization हो गया, demagnetization हो गया. Because of this magnetization and demagnetization, these laminated cores start vibrating. This phenomena is called magnetostriction. Magnetostriction means the constant vibration developed in the core because of the constant mag-demag. And we know vibrating body produces sound. So vibration produces sound. So some useful energy is lost as sound. So again energy is lost or in the core. How to minimize this humming loss? Humming loss can be minimized by constantly varnishing the laminated cores. When the cores are laminated and they are properly varnished, they have much to absorb the vibration. उनके बीच में वाइब्रेशन काफी हद तक एब्जॉर्ब हो जाता है, but with the use as the core gets heats up, this become thin. So because of this thinning of the varnishing, the cores get separated and they vibrate vigorously and produces more sound. Humming sound or humming loss is a constant feature of older transformers. In newer transformers, it is very less. Now we come to the fifth loss, that is the flux leakage loss. The fifth loss in a transformer is flux leakage loss. This loss takes place in overall transformer. It is not the part of core or coil itself. It may be in coil, it may be in core. So it is the overall loss in the transformer. And what is the cause of this loss? The cause of flux leakage loss is the bad design or improper coupling of the coils. Due to bad design or improper coupling of the coils, some flux linked with primary may not be linked with the secondary. So some useful flux is gone unused, is wasted. So this loss of useful flux energy or magnetic energy in form of flux is the flux leakage loss. फ्लक्स लीकेज लॉस की वजह से phi p यानी फ्लक्स लिंक्ड विद द प्राइमरी इज greater than the flux linked with the secondary. This is due to the bad design of the transformer. Now, how to minimize this loss? This loss can be minimized, number one, by making a perfect design, or you can say the perfect coupling of the coils, or if we don't need the oil transformer, core type transformer, then winding both the coils on the same limb means the cell type design we have to choose. In cell type design, the flux leakage loss is largely minimized. It is almost nil in the cell type transformer. It is a regular feature of the core type transformer. So as long as we are not bound to take the core type transformer, we should prefer the cell type transformer to minimize this loss. Now, from the all five losses, from the study of these all five losses, we come to know, or we can conclude that the input energy or input power is always greater than the output power. Means power input is always greater than the power output. Means the loss of power in the transformer is equal to delta P equals to P input minus P output. Now we come to the efficiency of a transformer. Efficiency of any device is the ratio between the output and the input. Here in case of transformer, the efficiency of transformer, which is denoted by eta, is defined as the ratio between output power and the input power. Yani eta equal to P output divided by P input. Since we have seen that in case of ideal transformer that we have defined earlier, the ideal transformer is one in which no loss of energy is there और पावर का लॉस जीरो होता है. इट मींस पावर आउटपुट इक्वल टू पावर इनपुट. इनपुट और आउटपुट पावर बराबर होती है. इन दैट कंडीशन eta equals to 1. Efficiency of an ideal transformer is 1 unity. But ideal transformer is a hypothetical term. It is a virtual term. In actual transformer or in real transformers, we have seen out of these five, any one loss is must. Out of these five losses, at least one or two losses are such they cannot be ruled out, they cannot be zeroed. That's why power loss is not equal to zero. Means some power is lost, indicating that power output is always smaller than the power input. It means the efficiency of a real transformer cannot be equal to 1. It is less than 1. Or we can conclude that efficiency of a real transformer or practical transformer cannot be 100%. Although it is fairly high, for real transformers of good quality, this efficiency is around 90 to 99%. Means 0.9 to 0.99 but cannot be 1 in real transformers. In ideal transformer it is 1. तो आपसे पूछा जाता है डिफाइन आइडियल ट्रांसफॉर्मर. तो आइडियल ट्रांसफॉर्मर इज वन whose efficiency is 1, or you can say the transformer in which no loss of power takes place. Yani input power is always equal to the output power. This is all about the 5 losses. After discussing the efficiency and losses in a transformer, now we move on to the next topic, that is the uses of transformer. Where the transformer is used. Although transformer is used in a variety of electrical and electronic circuits, some main devices or circuits are where the transformer is used. Number 1, stabilizers. Voltage stabilizers में transformer होते हैं. Radio and TV sets. In X-ray tube, in the production of high energy electrons or X-ray tubes, X-rays, transformers are used. In refrigerators, transformers are used. In air conditioners also, transformers are used. And in all these devices I am telling, these are cell type transformer. Induction furnace में भी ट्रांसफॉर्मर लगा होता है जो वोल्टेज को स्टेप डाउन करता है. वोल्टेज को स्टेप डाउन करके करंट बढ़ाया जाता है, सो दैट लार्ज एडी करंट्स कैन बी इंड्यूस्ड. सो करंट बढ़ा के यहाँ पर मेल्टिंग के लिए यूज करते. तो इंडक्शन फर्नेस में इलेक्ट्रिक वेल्डिंग मशीन्स में भी स्टेप डाउन ट्रांसफॉर्मर यूज होते हैं ताकि वहां पर करंट बढ़ाया जा सके टू गेट द हाई हीटिंग. इसके अलावा हम ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल पावर, द मोस्ट सिग्निफिकेंट यूज ऑफ ट्रांसफॉर्मर इज ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिकल पावर। यहां पर कोर टाइप ट्रांसफॉर्मर यूज होते हैं। इन अबव मशीन्स ट्रांसफॉर्मर यूज्ड आर सेल टाइप, but here in transmission of electrical power, core type transformers are used. One important feature to note here, that transformers cannot be used with DC. Transformers can only be used with AC, as AC keep on changing and mutual induction is a constant phenomena. But in case of DC, because it is constant, its frequency is zero, so mutual induction cannot take place, and hence transformers cannot be used with DC. Now the use of transformer in long distance transmission of AC. ट्रांसफॉर्मर का कैसे यूज करते हैं लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ एसी में? सबसे पहले समझ लेते हैं कि पावर जब हम ट्रांसमिट करते हैं तो ये हमारा जनरेटिंग स्टेशन, जहां पर लो वोल्टेज पावर से 440 वोल्ट 440 वोल्ट यहां पर जनरेट हुआ है। सपोज 440 वोल्ट पे पावर जनरेट हो रहा है। If I transmit the same power through the transmission lines, so because of low voltage, high current flows in the transmission line wires, and because of the resistance, a large amount of power is lost as line loss. So a significant loss takes place at low voltage transmission. That's why low voltage power cannot be transmitted longer. So to decrease this power loss or line loss, we need to transmit alternating current or AC at high voltage. High voltage can be achieved by using a step-up transformer on the generating side. Suppose this 440 volt transformer can be transmitting the voltage at 4000 volt. अब ये 4000 वोल्ट पे इसने कर दिया, तो इस ट्रांसफॉर्मर की कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होगी 440 वोल्ट 4000 वोल्ट ट्रांसफॉर्मर मींस 440 वोल्ट का इनपुट लेते हैं और 4000 वोल्ट का आउटपुट देते हैं। तो स्टेप अप ट्रांसफॉर्मर ये यहाँ पर हमारा हो गया। Now the power is at 4000 volt is transmitted to the transmission lines. Very less loss is now taking place in the line, as line loss has been reduced significantly. But when it comes to the generating side, on the generating side we are having generally a domestic use or the industrial use, but our machines are not made for such a high voltage operation. Most of the machines or appliances we are using at home or even in the industry are low voltage operation devices. That's why we need to step down this voltage first before giving it to the direct use. So this high voltage can be reduced or stepped down on the receiving side by using a step down transformer. Suppose this line loss is here, suppose 1000 volt is lost in the line. So 3000 volt is reaching on the receiving side, but this 3000 volt has to be converted into 220 volt. Suppose तो 220 वोल्ट यहाँ पर हुआ, तो स्टेप डाउन ट्रांसफॉर्मर जो मेरा होगा वो 3000 वोल्ट से 220 वोल्ट की कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स वाला ट्रांसफॉर्मर होगा। तो जस्ट टू समराइज, ड्यूरिंग द ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ एसी वी नीड टू सी दैट power is transmitted at the high voltage to reduce the line power loss, and this long distance transmission is achieved by using step up transformer on the generating side, or you can say the distributing side, and the low voltage is utilized by step down transformer on the receiving side. So receiving side uses step down transformer and the generating side or transmitting side use the step up transformer. So this is all about the transmission of electrical power using transformers. Question number 25 and 26 in your book are direct example of this AC transmission using transformers. So try to solve these two questions. Now I come to the characteristics of transformer. Although I have used the term before, I have used this term here. So characteristics of a transformer is nothing but the representation of a transformer in terms of its input and output voltage. Like for a step up transformer, I can write 220 volts से 4000 volt, 220 volts से इसने 4000 volt, तो it is a step up, यानी 220 volt input लेते हैं और 4000 volt का output देता है, तो this is step up. On the contrary, I can say 4000 volt to 440 volt, 4000 volt का input लेता है और 440 volt का output देता है, तो ये step down transformer हुआ. किसी भी ट्रांसफॉर्मर को उसकी इनपुट आउटपुट वोल्टेज के टर्म्स में लिखने को उसकी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स कहते हैं। दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द ट्रांसफॉर्मर्स। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग दिस टॉपिक। हैव ए गुड डे।